So one of the favorite memories that I have with my mom is just being at Disney. That was the place that she took us because she couldn't take us across the world on a vacation. So we would just get a hotel and just be at Disney for the weekend, and you really feel like you don't have a job or you're not going to school. Like you just feel like you're getting away from everything, and that's what she did for us. And just a favorite memory was after the day of Disney, going home and waiting for those monorails and just her holding me, and I can smell her perfume and I can smell her skin. And I just remember looking and just being lucky that I'm being held right now because my feet hurt and everybody gets to walk, and you know, my mom's holding me, and I just love being in her arms and just looking at the castle while we're walking away. And that's something that I will always remember. The diagnosis began when she had my little brother, Michael. She got diagnosed with diabetes. And throughout the years, because of eating habits, the diabetes started taking over her body. So in 2014, she was diagnosed with kidney failure. So she was put on dialysis. About last year, in July 2015, she went in for a procedure. And she's had different procedures before and different anesthetics, but this time they decided to use an anesthesia called propofol, and to find out that she was allergic to it. So she had an allergic reaction. So right when they put it in her, her heart stopped, and she was out for about 6 minutes. They got her back, thank God, they got her back. She's still going on dialysis, and then eventually the arm needed to be taken care of again. So here we are, fast forwarding to 2016 in February. She went into the hospital and they decided to do the procedure again. But now it was a different doctor, a different anesthesiologist. And he looked at her records, but he decided off of his knowledge that he wanted to go ahead and give her the propofol again. And when he gave her the propofol, the same thing happened. And her heart stopped, and they did everything they could to get her back, and they did, but she didn't wake up. That day, I remember contemplating if I should go to work or not, because I was missing a lot of work, but I wanted to be there for her in the hospital. I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go to work. It's a half day, and then right when I'm done, I'm gonna go straight to the hospital. Because by this point, she's been in the hospital for 5 days. She's woken up at this time, but she's still not responding to demands. So I'm at work, and it was a busy day, so I left my phone in the break room, and I just forgot about everything because we was just working at a vet clinic, and we're seeing patients, and the next thing you know, it was around 11 something, and something told me, go to your phone. I was like, oh, and I ran back into the break room, and I have a lot of missed calls, and I have a voicemail, and the voicemail was from a nurse saying, please call back as soon as you can. So I tried to call the nurse back, she didn't pick up. I called my aunt because I had a missed call from her, and she picked up. And she was like, you need to come as soon as you can. Like, we can't tell you what's going on, but just get here as soon as you can. And immediately I dropped to the floor. And I remember seeing my doctor. She was walking past the break room, and I'm dropping to the floor, and she comes to rescue me, and I just gave her the phone. And then my aunt told the doctor, hey, Kayla needs to get off of work, she needs to come. And the doctor was, yes, go. But she was like, just calm down, you can't drive like that, just calm down. And somehow I was able to just get it together. I was able to focus, I was able to grab my keys and just get in the car. So I'm in the car, and I'm having this conversation with God, and I'm saying, this is not happening. Like, this is not going to happen today. And he didn't say anything like, yes, this is gonna happen, or no, this is gonna happen right at that moment. It was just kind of like, just drive, just be at peace. And as the moment that I heard him say, just be at peace, it was a peace that surpasses all understanding. And then all of a sudden, my phone rang. And it was my mom's number. And I have a picture of her on my phone, so when it rang, it would show her. And I feel like God let me see that as a last time, that my phone would be ringing and it would be her. But it was a friend that had her phone. I picked up the phone and he said, just said it bluntly, your mom passed away. And because I had that peace that God provided for me 5 minutes before that, I just said, okay. And I didn't burst out yet. I just said, okay. And it was like an okay to God, like, okay, like you took her and I'm okay with it. So I get to the hospital and now I know what I'm going to. I know what to expect when I get into the room. But of course, like when I walked into the room and my aunt was there and other family members were there, and just seeing her, you're never prepared, to see your parent laying there. So I just cuddled up on the bed and I hugged her, and I just released and I cried and gave her 1,000 kisses that day, and then it was sad, but I still had peace the whole day. And then what was hard for me was to see my brothers and my sister having to go get my little brother and my older brother, and them not knowing yet because we didn't want to tell them like that. And watching, them come into the room and them seeing her. That was hard, but it was a beautiful moment. All of her children laying on the bed with her and just crying. We needed that. And I got to see a lot of people come and be there for me, and got to see God's love through everybody. And I appreciate that week. I appreciate those 2 weeks because I was able to see God in a whole different way. And when something was hurting and when you're going through tragic, to see God give so much mercy and so much love that you should feel like the worst, but somehow you still feel good. You still feel taken care of. When the parent, that has taken care of you your whole life, usually you feel lost. But I still knew that I was gonna be okay. And that's only through God. Where I'm at now is 6 months into it. This month is her birthday month. Her birthday is in a couple of days. So it's hard. This week has been hard. This is the first birthday without her. Trying to just cope with that and understand that this is the first birthday of many. But it's amazing times that I'm having with God because I'm allowing myself to be more sensitive and just allowing myself to grieve and saying, it's okay, Kayla, to cry, but cry to God. And those times with Him are amazing. Being frank to me means being bold in everything that you do, being bold in your relationship with God, being bold in the way that you interact with people, being bold in who God has called you to be. Whatever God has called you to be frank about it. My name is Kayla Jones, and I am frank.